Welcome to the Central Vermont Solid Waste Management District's School Composting Program. I'm Madeline.
I'm Emma.
And I'm Aiden. We're 3 kids who compost every day at our schools here in Vermont. Your school is going to be composting, and we're here to show you how to do it.
Today you'll learn about the exciting new composting program that will be taking place here at your school.
We'll teach you about how to prepare your food scraps for composting at school, how composting works, and why composting is important for our environment. Every day at school, after breakfast and lunch, kids have food and drinks that are left over. These are called food scraps. Orange and banana peels, bread and pizza crusts, meat, cheese, and bones, milk and juice are all examples of food scraps that can be composted.
Right now, all of the food scraps that you throw away go into the garbage can. That garbage is taken away and thrown into a landfill. This hurts Vermont's environment.
When you put your food into the garbage, that food is transported into the landfill. It goes in with the old washing machine. It goes in with old batteries. It goes in with old tires. And it impacts both our air and our water. How does it impact the air? Food that cannot properly decompose releases a gas. That gas is called methane. Methane is a powerful greenhouse gas, and most of it is coming from food in a landfill. What happens when the liquid that forms from food mixed with other substances or other materials in the landfill forms? It's called a leachate. That liquid trickles down to the bottom of the landfill.
Even the best designed landfills that are capturing methane for energy generation or are fully lined at the bottom, especially over the long term, there's going to be greenhouse gas emissions, and there's still going to be some leachate that gets out. If your school diverted 10 tons of food scraps from the landfill and had it composted instead, and 10 tons isn't that unreasonable for a Vermont school, you'd be saving the same amount of greenhouse gas emissions that will be released if you burned 6,000 gallons of gasoline.
Did you know that about 30% of a school's garbage is made up of food scraps from school breakfast and lunch? There's a better way to use your food scraps. In the natural world, food, plants, and other organic materials get broken down into soil over many months. Your school's food scraps can be turned back into rich, dark soil like this. Through commercial composting, we speed up the process of decomposition and break down your food scraps into rich organic soil in just a few months. This soil then helps the farmers and gardeners grow new food for us to eat.
How will composting work here at your school? In your cafeteria, there will be several containers and a garden cart. A recycling container where you can put plastics numbered 1 through 7, metal cans, paper, and glass. There will be several buckets marked compost only. You'll put your food scraps into these buckets. And there will be a trash can. Any trash you have left after you take care of your compost and recycling goes into the garbage can.
What should you compost? Composting at school is a little different from home composting. Here at school, meat, bones, and dairy products can be composted. The following items can go into the compost bucket: meat and bones, pizza and sandwiches, fruits and vegetables including peels, eggs and eggshells, milk, cheese, and other dairy products, soups and dressings, fruit juice and other drinks, bread, spaghetti, and macaroni, nuts and nutshells, coffee grounds, and tea bags.
We will accept meat products. We do take dairy products. So we will take cheese. We will take butter. If you have roast chicken at school today, we'll take the bones in the compost bucket. Generally speaking, if it's food, you can put it into the compost bucket.
These items should not go into the compost bucket. Any paper products or plastics, including napkins, milk or juice containers, plastic utensils, straws, popsicle sticks, bags, or twist ties, wrap, boxes, or packaging, egg cartons, rubber bands, glass or metal of any kind including foil, handy wipes, cloth rags, or plastic PLU stickers. PLU stickers are the plastic labels often found on fresh fruits and vegetables. They are made of plastic and will not decompose.
We don't want any non-biodegradable products mixed into the pile because it won't break down. And in the 9 months we have it here, if it's not broken down when we sell it, people are getting garbage, plastic, forks, rubbish in their compost, and they don't want to be adding that into their gardens.
It would be great if the kids would keep all this in the trash can where it belonged so we wouldn't have to pick it out.
Composting at school is simple. Remember, all recyclables can go into the recycling container. All food scraps go into the buckets marked compost only. And all trash goes into the trash cans.
What happens to your school's food scraps? When the compost bucket inside is full, it is brought outside to a larger compost container called a tote. Every week, a truck will come to pick up the tote. The truck takes the food scraps to a local compost facility to be composted. At the compost facility, the food scraps are dumped and then put into long piles called windrows. The temperature and chemistry of the piles are carefully monitored to make sure the food scraps break down efficiently and safely.
From the time the food scraps arrive at our site to the time that I can sell the compost as a finished cured compost, it's about 9 months. The compost pile will be ready when it's no longer showing any indication of heating, rising of heat when I roll the pile. It's finished right where we can load someone's truck, right by the road where they pull up.
After the food scraps complete the composting cycle and become soil, they are ready to be used by farmers and gardeners. Some of the soil made with your composted food scraps will be used to grow food on local farms.
If you look at cycles and you start with what's on your plate, whatever you don't eat, which might be scraps, goes in the compost. And then and you pile that up outside and you turn it and you add maybe some other things to it. And in the end you have this great rich pile of nutrients to put back on a garden, which then the plants take up, and then it ends up back in on your plate, and it makes for a really healthy system.
Produce from those farms may find its way back here to your school cafeteria. As part of this program, you will join over 8,000 teachers, principals, and students like us who are helping the environment by composting every day in Vermont.
Thanks for watching our video.
And good luck with your new composting program.